The Dean Hood Show is a presentation of ABC 36 Sports. The Dean Hood Show is brought to you by Sonic, Richmond Honda, Chick-fil-A, Pepsi, Golden Corral, Hangers Restaurant, and Jimmy John's.
Good Saturday morning. New day, new time, same coach, same host. This is Dean Hood. I'm Greg Stottlemyre. A little more of a preview element to our show this year, and I think we're going to have some fun, Dean.
Yeah, switching up a little bit. Still getting the highlights, but from the previous game, but getting into this week's ball game with a little more preview of what you're going to see.
And we are getting close to kickoff, and so you know what time it is? It's tailgate time. And here's who the Colonels play in their home opener. Missouri State tonight against EKU out at the stadium at 6 o'clock. The Bears are off to an 0-1 start, played number 15th ranked Arkansas the loss. Colonels had that heartbreaker we'll see later against Kansas State. Missouri State, Dean, beat you last year 31-9. Terry Allen, the former Northern Iowa coach, 19th year overall. There's his record as he's trying to get Missouri State going. And let's roll the highlights from last year and talk about this one. This game delayed a day because of lightning, and it was close in the first half.
Yeah, we came out and really played well early, and then it just they broke a big run on us, and the running backs are an issue. We got to do a good job against them, but they broke a big run. I think this is it right here. And then the whole game changed.
This guy's name is Chris Douglas. They have a couple of guys that rush together for about 2,000 yards, but their line's a little younger this year, so that will be one thing that will be a little different. They lost 108 career starts from last year.
Yeah, all three of their tailbacks are back, and like you said, it's about 2,000 yards between the three of them, but they've got two linemen that they lost that are in the NFL, and then two other guys, so there's some new guys in the front for them.
So the Colonels will take on Missouri State tonight out at the stadium, and that means it's time to go to our Colonel checklist for the game. And in this segment, we'll look at the keys to the game, Dean, and we always like to focus down on three. Let's start with the first key, and key number one is stop the running duo. You mentioned them, but how do you do it?
Yeah, those guys are tough, and that was the issue last year. And the same way that you always got to try to attack stopping the running game. That's to add an extra guy in the box, have one more defender than they have, or to fire zone. So you're trying to mess up their blocking schemes by bringing linebacker pressure into certain gaps, or movement with your front. That's really only the three ways you can attack, and Coach Hatmaker and the defensive staff have a good plan that includes all three of those elements.
Something which you did well against Kansas State, which we'll see later in the show.
Oh yeah, phenomenal job. Our defensive staff put together a great game plan. The kids trusted it, believed in it, and executed it.
Here on the Colonel checklist is key number two, and that's T.J. Pryor adjusting to game speed. He was out last week. You expect him to start tonight, and so TJ's just got to get ready for game speed.
Yeah, that's the deal. I mean, the last 3 weeks ago got hurt in a scrimmage, and so he was going against R1, so that's close to game speed. But now for 3 weeks, it's been either out there flipping a ball back and forth to an injured player, or out there against our futures, our young guys that are trying to give the Missouri State look. So. How long will it take? I don't know. He's a guy that's got a bunch of games under his belt, so maybe it's a series, maybe it's 2 series, but I think that's something that has to happen for us to be successful, is him to get up to game speed.
And finally on the Colonel checklist, this one always seems to appear, and that's win the kicking game battle. 2 good punters tonight.
Yep, no question. And I think winning the kicking game battle for us is going to be more in actually the kicking phase than it is the punting phase. I feel confident with Jordan Berry that we'll win that phase. The big part is going to be the kicking. Our kickoffs, we need to kick the ball with more hang time, better placement, deeper than what we did against Kansas State. That was an issue for us. And then also our field goals. We missed a 42-yard field goal, and we have got to, when we get down in that red zone area and we stall offensively, we've got to be able to get 3 points out of that.
That's the Colonel checklist. We'll do it every week before the Colonels kick off. And when we come back, How about a Manhattan Project for you?